Gang, it's been a minute. I ain't even gonna lie. I had to take a little break, not necessarily from content, but my trading. And if I'm taking a break from trading, which is my content that I post, technically means I can't really post anything if I'm taking a break from that. But if you follow my Instagram, you would know that I've been doing updates on there, posting a few trades of mine, showing profits, losses, the whole 9 yards on my Isaac Trades account. So if you don't already follow me, then the link will be in the description down below. And you can get more updates from me, when I'm not posting on YouTube, what I'm doing, what type of trades I trade. And you can see more like on a little personal level of, my trades. I'm being, what's the word, transparent with my profits, my losses, and all the other stuff. But yeah, we just gonna get into this review right here. It's good to be back. I'm glad I'm back. I've been really liking it. Making sure I get my material right. Uh, so on USDJPY, actually on this trade, we were in this trade, not on TradingView, but on MetaTrader 5. I have two trades going. On the USDJPY trade, we're a little negative, as you can see, but nothing to be worried about at all. It's just tickling my entry for real. So, but anyway, as you can see right here, I have all my confluences, right? And it's more than one. We have our multi-time frame alignment, which is if you go to the daily, clearly see that we are bearish. This big retracement right here is clearly just a retracement to fill this gap here, and then on top of that is a fair value gap. And we came to this multiple times and ended up closing below it, right? And we opened up with this big bearish candle for this week. So that's another great sign that we still should be looking for sales. So we have a multi-time frame alignment, and before this big candle came for the opening, we created a lower low, a lower high, and that's the trend we started to create around this area. We had our 4-hour engulfing candle, which was this right here. I was actually in this trade before, but the Trader 5, they had kicked me out the trade because I guess they don't let me hold over weekends or whatever. So that's that. But I was in this trade, so that was definitely my entry right here. Supposed to be at this level, but luckily the market opened and we ended up coming down to this level again anyway, so I got in again. So we're in this trade. That's going good. GBP JPY is still undecisive. We have this level of consolidation here, and we didn't quite touch it this time, and we're starting to get some bullish action and market open today, and we failed to make a higher high, got an engulfing candle. So sales will definitely be more favorable to me because we failed to make a higher high here, and we're just looking maybe to come to this fair value gap here, and on top of that, get some rejected on it. Boom, and then something like this. That's pretty much it's just that simple. GBP USD is this one, and honestly, not that I couldn't tell about this one. I don't know what I want to do, because if you look on the higher time frame, which is the weekly and the daily, very clearly bullish, right? We broke structure here, created a lower high, higher low, came with this liquidity, and yeah, we had this drop down here to fill this gap, and that's technically just a lower high, if you will. And if you go on the daily time frame, we also have a fair value gap here that we're playing that we filled perfectly, and the recent high right here. So the confluences are there for price to push higher, and that's what I'm kind of looking for. So if you go on the 4-hour entry, that's what I'm saying. We don't really see an entry, and it's more bearish on the lower time frame. So I still want to look at buys just for the simple fact that the stronger bias is on the higher time frames, which is bullish. So it's just something I'm being wary of. That's why I haven't marked up nothing yet, because it's kind of indecisive. It's better not to take a trade if you're undecisive than to just try to force your way into a trade and then lose. So just being smart with the capital. Next thing you know, we got AUD USD, and as you can see here clearly, I'm just looking for reacting at this area of interest, and then a rejection, and then targeting these this next supply zone, or targeting this liquidity up here, this high. And now it's just a banger. I can't even explain it more simply. Like just a retest to this fair value gap and then a rejection. In this USD CAD trade, I am I'm in this trade as well. That's the bigger profit number that you saw, the one in blue. Yeah, I'm actually in this trade on MetaTrader, so this one's going good. As you can see, this goes to daily. On the daily, we have this zone, which is obviously marked back here, right? Because every time price came here, we would fly up off of it, get some buys going, right? And validated it here, came back up here, and then came all the way down, shot below it. And they even got a retest here. If you go on the 4-hour time frame, you can see it better. We even got a retest here, and then a sell off. So price is still relevant. You know, this area is still relevant. Came back up to it on the 4-hour, had another rejection, got in up there, and I was actually closed. I was actually kicked out of this trade early, I think, because I couldn't hold over the weekend again. So yeah, it's just a simple. I'm up 187 on that trade right now, with a profit target of about 1.5k, and I moved my stop loss closer to my entry. Originally, I was risking about 500, just a little over 500, which is fine, which is what I want to risk. Anywhere between 500 to 1,000 every trade. So now I'm only risking 285, which is great in my opinion. So I lowered my potential loss, if you will, cutting my losses short as possible. So, you know, with this going in the direction I wanted to, it's great. We'll end up with good profit for this trade. So that's it. That's pretty much the whole recap of this week. That's the only trades I'm looking at, unless, let me see, unless Euro gives me what I want, and also I think it's AUD. Yeah, that's it. Because I just want to reject it off of here, then carry it throughout the week to any of these highs up here, and then AUD USD, just my rejection, and then carry it to this high or that zone right there. That's really all I'm looking for. Everything else is undecisive until further notice. So I'll just catch y'all with an update, or if I'm more in profit, or if it's just the trades that I'm in right now. So get back to y'all. This is Monday, so we back with that update of those two trades I was showing y'all on Sunday night, I think it was. Yeah, so we back on the update and shit. Let's get to it. I'm actually in profit on both of these trades at the moment. On my USD JPY trade, let's just go in there real quick. As you can see, we're almost at TP, which is great. And as we go to my MetaTrader 5 account, in all, we're up about 2 bands. Oh shit, there it goes, about 2 bands enough. Now on this trade right here though, over 600, so that's cool. Remember, this is for educational purposes. This is not a real account. I never claimed it to be, so you know, don't jump on my back about this. I'm just simply showing you why knowing this skill before you even go to getting funded and funding your own live accounts, why it's important. Because if you can do it here consistently, you should go in there and apply the same exact rules, same strategy, the same regiment, and do it on there. Yes, you're gonna have a little bit more rules, but the only difference is really consistency rules, and you know, making sure that you manage your risk properly. You're not over leveraging every time. If anything, the rules only help you if you're actually a good trader. If you actually care about the craft of trading, it actually helps you when you go and apply for these evals and whatnot. Just apply the same rules, right? So yeah, I already broke this down. You know, we have all these confluences right here. Everything you see here, this list, is why I took this trade, and which is why it's going in profit. So that's great. We wanted this return to this area of ventures, but prices kept going, so it's not returning back there. That's by a long shot, I can't lie. Instead, we went past this area of ventures here from this wick that I marked out a long time ago, and since we're going, it looks like we're going above it. If we're going to continue this uptrend, which would be great, I mean, we came to this gap and retested this recent high. So if we're going to continue up, I'm definitely looking for longs here, regardless. I was looking for longs before, just off of this zone, but you know, instead, we're going to look for it to bounce off of this and then take out this liquidity up here. So the same thing still stands. Matter of fact, let me do this. It's just going to look like this instead. And we're looking to target these liquidity right here. So that's all it is. The zone just moved up, which is great. JPY. For this one, remember I said I wasn't, you know, nothing was really clear to me, and all I did was say that, you know, it could reject off of this fair value gap right here. We didn't quite touch this consolidation again, but since we are creating lower lows and lower highs, we want price to come to this, reject, and then push us further down. That way, at least we have a better trend, right? And then thus creating This lower low would mean we're in a downtrend, which means sales would be more in our favor. GBP USD, it was unclear to me at first, but we are definitely bullish. I think it's safe to say that we are bullish, especially rejecting off of this get right here and this recent high. What we did, we just started going up, and we retraced a little bit, but then continue pushing up. So what I'm looking for is to get past, where is it at? Here, boom, reject, recent high, or that liquidity. Just that simple. AUD USD, same thing. We wanted it to come back here, but it just kept going up instead. So if anything, this fair value gap kind of makes sense. It's in the perfect level. Just showing y'all how I go about looking for my trades. Very simplistic, but it works. This can definitely still happen. Come back down to our discount area, or price out discount area, into this great, fair value gap right here, and then target extension level. Actually, I would be fine with targeting extension level with stop loss right here, giving us what would be the RR. So it wouldn't be my 2R that I'm usually trying to target, right? So a 2R actually looks something like this, carrying it a little into that zone, which is, I'm fine with carrying something like that. That'll be okay. That's cool. And then from I think I actually hit TP on this. If it's this far in, we're like really close. And as you can see, I don't know if you can see that fine line, but I moved my stop loss up there. That's guaranteeing me at least a band, but it's literally at the TP line. So I'm about to just go ahead and close this trade. So I just ended up closing those on my USD CAD trade right here. So it looks a little bit different than there. So let me actually adjust where I had my entry and stop loss at. So right here, and my stop loss was above here, but with it being to break even, it didn't really matter, or way past break even. So the trade looked a little more like this. This is more accurate of what it looked like. I got in at this candle here. As you can see in my line, the arrows show it on there, but yeah, I got in right there, then just closed recently at current price. So that's already a dub for the week. That's great. That's fantastic. Now we're just still holding my USD JPY trade, which I still see, and this is past break even as well, so it's a little bit in profit. So either way, we're not in any type of loss, right now. We can't lose at the moment. We want to trade, and this trade is in break even, so we're good. And that's basically the update. So I get back with y'all if I see another trade. This might be just it for the week. If I don't get my my trade entries that I want, I'm not forcing myself into any trades. I said that in my past videos. This year ain't none of that forcing stuff. We only take what the market gives us, right? And we're moving smart with our entries. And that's it. Just looking at market structure for what it is, not making up anything, not putting stuff into our heads. Just look at exactly what it's giving us, and then yeah, just catch our plays off that. Yo, gang, what's up with y'all? It's been a good week so far, I can't lie. And this is just, of course this is an update, but nonetheless, this has been a great week so far, and it's only Tuesday. Let's really just get into it and go cap. So I'm gonna insert some clips right now of me closing my USD JPY trade, right? Because I had I had closed one of them out first, which is my USD CAD, right? Because it hit TP, but it didn't close. I don't know, that was weird, so I had closed it. And then my USD JPY trade, as you can see right here, it hit full TP. I even got the notification. I'm gonna just insert the clips right now. I saw for yourselves, and then here's some more proof. This is on the 4-hour time frame, by the way, so there's a lot of value just in these couple of candles. But in that leg down, yeah, we caught that whole move down, and for that trade was, I think it was about a band plus, yeah, 1300. You can see that last one right there, 1300. And then for my USD CAD trade, you just saw that one was 1500 right there. So that's two good trades, and it's only Tuesday. That's fantastic, honestly. So we did catch those two trades. As far as the rest of these pairs, I don't know if we're gonna get anything else for this week. And if not, I'm totally fine. I mean, 2 trades over a band this week, that's great. And then from last week, I'm up about 4 bands since about last week. That's still more than a job. Like, call it what you want. But Euro, we wanted to get above this, retrace, and then come catch this liquidity up here. But we didn't get that. We're kind of been just like crouching where this zone ends. So I'm interested to see what it does there. So no trades for that. GBP JPY, we wanted this rejection to this fair value gap here, and then catch this sell side liquidity, which I missed out on. Clearly, that sucks. We wanted this to get above, and same thing that's happening with the Euro trade. We're kind of crouching out this zone, not really getting above it. But what I can see is, let me go down to the 1 hour. There is a gap right here, right? And what I can already see is that this gap is going to line up with that other shoulder over there, right? So this could potentially be a head and shoulders, inverted head and shoulders. If we can come back to this and then, catch that rejection off of there and then hold it up. That's just a possibility. That's just something I see right there alone. So, if we keep trending down, at least we have our area that we can look at for GBP USD. AUD USD, I'm still waiting for it to come down to this discount area. Look for some rejection confirmation, get in there, and then hold to get my 2R, which is great, and hit TP on that. So with that being said, I think this would be the last video, to be honest. If anything, I could put these other trades in my next week's video if they hit. So until then, I guess I'll see y'all next video. Sorry I haven't been uploading for real. I had to take a break from this trade, still get my mind right, and then come back. And as you can see, we hitting trades, so still got the skill, still got the mindset, and it's gonna work out soon. Just got to get back on my feet, change my life. That's it. I keep guiding your life. Love y'all. Appreciate the support in advance. All that y'all doing. And soon we'll have a whole community behind this shit, and we're just gonna keep growing. So I'll catch y'all later.